Hello everyone. A very good evening, good morning and good afternoon to all of you. As many of the participants are from various countries, so I'm saying this. I'm very happy to be here. Today we will discuss about construction of e-content and digital tools. This COVID-19 situation has given us a platform, actually, I'll say in a positive manner, that being a teacher, we learn so many digital tools for teaching our students in online mode. And all the schools, colleges, they are really doing wonderful job in this situation of COVID. And before beginning my presentation, let me first thank Oriental Education Society's Oriental College of Education and Research for organizing this international online e-conference on building a culture of innovation amongst teachers in the 21st century. And I'm very happy to be here because this topic is very near to my heart. Before beginning my presentation, I'm really thankful to President of OES, Professor Javed Khan, Managing Director of OES, Mr. Wasim Khan, my co-speakers, Mr. Aditya Rajmani from New York, USA, Dr. Azim Khan from Singapore, and the most respectable madam whom I really love, and I learned so many things from her. Very young by heart and always eager and curious to learn new things, Dr. Ratna Prabha Rajmani, Principal of Oriental College of Education and Research, for organizing this online e-conference very timely on a needed topic. And today we will discuss about various aspects of online teaching, how we can construct e-content, how we can develop e-content with help of different digital tools, and how effectively and easily we can use all these digital tools in this situation where we have to teach our students online. So for that, let me share my screen with you all. I'm sharing my screen. So as all of you know that topic for my today's presentation is e-content development and digital tools. Here, the role of a teacher is very, very important because some of the schools and colleges, they have already begun with online teaching. And there are so many things we have to keep in mind while developing any e-content. Or there are thousands of digital tools which are around there, and sometimes we get confused that what kind of tool I should use. If I don't have very good facility at my home, if internet connectivity is not proper there, if I don't have all the digital tools and big cameras for recording and recording room, so what shall I do? So don't worry, my dear teacher friends. I'll show you some easy demonstrations where you can actually build your content very effectively and with a small gadgets like mobile, or if you don't have any modern or advanced gadgets to record your lectures, you can record it very easily. So I'll show you the demos actually. So let us start with that of the webinar. Before that, let us understand what is teacher's role to face the challenges of COVID-19. As we all know, in this lockdown period, we could not begin our daily classroom teaching of academic year, and our students are at home, teachers are at home, we are working from home. And in this challenging situation, we have to understand and learn all these four aspects of this thing. The first is development of e-content. If we want to reach to our children and if we want to continue our teaching learning process, first thing is we have to develop e-content. Most of the schools and colleges, they have already begun developing their e-content and they have started with the online lectures already. So first phase or a first stage is developing e-content. Then second is online teaching. When your e-content is developed, when it is ready, you have to go with online teaching. You must take some LMS, that is learning management system, or your school or college has to decide that how we are going to do this online teaching, on which platform, by using which tools. That is very, very essential to know. Then third is technical training. So for this purpose of developing e-content and actually having online teaching, our teachers need technical training. Though our many teachers, they are already techno-savvy, we have to give some technical training. After giving the technical training, next thing is online assessment. If we give e-content to the students, we are teaching daily online by using different platforms, how we will come to know our students are understanding it or not, because they are not in regular classroom situation. So for this purpose, we have to take online assessment. We have to use some tools which are useful for online examinations. So assessment part is also necessary and important in this aspect. Then let us first understand what tools to use. There are many tools available. What exactly we can use being teacher, that is very necessary to understand. So here I have mentioned few tools which already I have used and they are wonderful. Few of them you can use. You can see here Prezi, most of the teachers must have used Prezi. We can say it is a higher version or advanced version of PowerPoint presentation, and we can actually have beautiful presentation with help of Prezi. Then Haiku Deck is there, Grokster is there, Flipsnack, Padlet, Story Jumper. Story Jumper can be used for languages where you can develop story, you can develop essays with help of students. Then Scratch is there, Animoto, Pixton. These are the tools where you can actually use some animations. You can create some videos with help of these applications. Then Storyboard can be used to develop a story, to develop an essay for languages. Quizlet can be used to have a quiz or a small examination for the students. Google Forms, Google Classroom, Google Docs. I think you are familiar with these words. Most of the teachers are efficiently and effectively using this, because Google has provided a wonderful platform. You just need a Gmail account and you can use all these tools very effectively and for free. You don't have to purchase this. Then Boom Writer, Visme is there, ThingLink, EduCreation, Socrative, Edmodo, Schoology, Pick2Chart. If you see, my friends, every application or every software has its own beauty. They have its own objective. We just have to understand that what that software provides us. Edmodo can be used as a LMS. It can be used for powerful interaction with the students. OpenShot, YouTube downloader, VLC media player can be used to edit videos, whatever video you create. Then video recording can be done with PPT VoiceOver, Screencast-O-Matic, OBS Studio, Presentation Tube, and there are so many video recorders available online and they are for free. So PPT VoiceOver, I think you all know that we can use PPT and we can give audio or voice to the PPT. You can convert this PPT into MP4 video. We can save it as a PowerPoint show and we can show that to our students. Even PPT VoiceOver can be shared on your YouTube channel as a MP4 video. Then Screencast-O-Matic is one of the wonderful software. It provides you to record your screen. Whatever you are doing on your screen, it can be recorded. OBS Studio is wonderfully used by many teachers to record the videos. Presentation Tube is also used. These are some tools where we can use for online teaching. Then in this slide, you can see the first one, Testmos. As I already told, assessment is one of the important part of online teaching. So Google Forms can be used for assessment, but if you want to give essays or long answers or short answer, even quiz, multiple choice questions, testmos.com can be wonderfully and effectively used for assessment purpose. Then second is YouTube channel. Most of the teachers nowadays, they are creating their YouTube channel. It is very easy, my friends, to create your YouTube channel. You just need a Gmail account and you can create your YouTube channel. In just 2 minutes, I'm going to show the demo of it. And you can upload your videos or e-content on YouTube channel. MindMaster can be used for creating a maps, creating some mind mapping tools, wonderfully for geography, science, mathematics subjects. Google Forms you already know, for collecting data for research purpose and for examination, for online quizzes, Google Form can be effectively used. Blackboard.fi is one of the wonderful website where you can just go on blackboard.fi and freely you can use it like your chalkboard or blackboard as you use in the classroom situation, and you can record your video. Classroomscreen.com is also one of the, it provides wonderful features like showing some pictures, sharing your screen, writing something on the board. So it is one of the wonderful feature you can use for online teaching. Then Screencast-O-Matic, I already told you can record your screen. Nearpod, VoiceThread, Explain Everything Whiteboard. These apps can be used for recording your videos for lectures. Then LessonUp, Loom, Screencastify, Canva. Loom is one of the, I think, my favorite app where you can record your whole screen, whatever you are sharing on the screen. If you want to show Google screen, if you want to show some URL, some PowerPoint presentation, you can do, and you can record your video. For in Loom, I think 2 hours video can be recorded. Canva can be used for creating different certificates, then some brochures, and wonderful feature Canva is having. Just explore it. And if you want to see more about these tools, because in this webinar of short time, I will not be able to explain or give demo for every tool, but all these tools demos are available on my YouTube channel. And this channel I have created for education purpose only. So don't take it other way. Just go on YouTube, click on my channel. My channel name is Sandhya Khedekar, and you will be able to see different demos of various tools I have showed just now to you. And in detail, all the demos are available. More than 25 videos I have uploaded in this lockdown period. And don't forget to subscribe my channel. Why I am telling you this? Whenever I upload any video regarding digital tool or how to use teaching learning tools for as being a teacher, you will be able to see that video. Just go on my channel and subscribe it. You will get the notification every time whenever I put new video on my YouTube channel. Even this recording of today's webinar will be available on my YouTube channel. You just go on it, and again you can watch this video. If you want that PowerPoint presentation to see again, you can see that. Then let us move to the demonstration, real demonstration. Today we will have how to record video on mobile and laptop, then Loom recording, Zoom lecture recording, Screencast-O-Matic, PPT voiceover, and how to create your YouTube channel and upload video on your channel. So first we will see that if you don't have good facilities at your school or at home, that means you don't have recording room or big cameras or laptops and all the gadgets, my friends, it is not necessary at all to have all these expensive gadgets. We just, with help of your Android mobile or a simple laptop, you can record your video. How? I will show you the simple ways, easily how you can create e-content and how you can record your videos. So today we will emphasize more on recording the videos and how you can do it. So first we will see how to make video with mobile. So you just have to take your mobile, and with help of only mobile or with board, tabletop, then screen recorder, how you can show your face in the recording. I will show you the demo. For face recording, you need light and sound effect. Means whenever you are recording your face on mobile, see to it that sufficient light is there and your sound or voice is clearly audible to the audience. And keep a distance from camera in such a way that you are clearly visible and your voice is audible. So these things are very necessary when you are recording any lecture with help of your mobile. So here I am sharing my mobile screen. On this screen you can see there is one screen recorder. You can see one picture in red color which shows a camera, video camera picture. So on all Android mobiles, this screen recorder is there. If you don't have, you can download it from Play Store of your mobile. You can download any screen recorder. I'll show you some. Here I have downloaded V-Recorder, though already I had screen recorder in my mobile. I downloaded one more V-Recorder. So just go in the Play Store of your mobile and download the V-Recorder. When you click on vRecorder, this screen is visible. So 4 options are there. You can record, you can pause, you can stop, and you can share the screen. Then vRecorder have wonderful features. Even there is a facility of editing the video. So this kind of screen will be available in vRecorder, video edit, trim. If you want to cut your video, if it is lengthy or some, you don't want some part to show, you can trim it. You can compress the video. You can make small size of the video, and you can have video to MP3. If you can convert it just into audio also. So there are many good features in vRecorder. Just go in the Play Store of your mobile, type vRecorder, and have this feature of recording. I have recorded one video on my screen of mobile. I'm going to show you how it looks. So I'm playing that video. Just listen to it.
Friends, now I will show you how to record with help of your mobile. So I'm recording screen of my mobile. Here you can see on this screen in MI phone, always screen recorder option is there over here, you can see. So if I click on this option of screen recorder, this kind of screen will be visible, and on right hand side corner in orange color, there is a video camera. It will ask me to start recording. So recording is already started. I'm recording this on screen recorder only. So this facility is available. Now let me show you one more feature, how you can record your screen. So go on the Google Play Store, and here you can type vRecorder. There is a very good app called vRecorder. So you can just go here, and this kind of screen is visible. So you can install it in your mobile. It will get a few minutes to install. So, and this screen recorder is having some options of recording your screen, and it's free. So you can use different kind of recorders also. So now I'll cancel this thing. I'll show you some more screen recorders. If you don't have inbuilt screen recording in your mobile, what you can do is just type screen recorder here, and you will get many applications in your Play Store. So here you can see screen recorder, vRecorder, as just now I showed you. Then one more option of screen recorder and video recorder, X recorder is also there. This is also good in blue color, screen recorder, no ads by Kimsey 9929. And here you can see some more options like screen recorder by AppSmarts, screen recorder by video downloader. Then promo options are there, and video editors are also there. So in your mobile also this facility is available. So those participants who are thinking that I want to record my lecture as a teacher and I don't have many gadgets with me, so what to do? So what you can do, just open your mobile, go in the Play Store of your mobile, and these kind of applications are available. You can record your screen. Just now, as I'm recording my screen, you can record your screen, and you can work on it, and you can save all your videos, and you can edit it with some applications also. So there are very good editors available. If you go on again Play Store, and if you type video editor, so video editors are also available, like uVideo is there, Likee is there, InShot, Viva Video, Video Show, UCut, video editor. KineMaster is one of the wonderful tool where you can edit your videos. It is for free. Then Video Maker of photos with music and video. If you want to add some music to your videos, it is possible with help of this application. So you can download some music, or if you have inbuilt music in your mobile, you can use that. And you can add some photographs also. You can add PowerPoint presentation. You can have different kinds of features in different tools. So video editor is also available and video recorder is also available. So it is very much easy to record your video lecture with help of your mobile. So now we will see some more features.
So here you must have seen that with help of video recorder only we can record our lecture. You can put your PowerPoint presentation in the mobile and you can record your lecture. Now we will see how we can use mobile for tabletop recording. So what is tabletop recording? You can use this kind of gadget. Actually in our cars, we use mobile holder. So with help of those mobile holder, you can just have your mobile under that mobile holder and you can record your lecture. How? Or you can have this kind of tools. It's very simple and it's very easy to have it at home. So you can put some books and with help of scale, you just tie your mobile here and on the camera, recording camera of your mobile. So whatever you are writing on this board, on the table, that will get recorded and you can explain while writing on the chart paper or the paper on the table. So it's very easy way to record with help of mobile. Then next you can use some board in front of you and you can have a camera or mobile camera on in front of that board. On whatever you are writing or having on board, it will be visible. You can give your voice and you can record the video. Then these kind of tools or these gadgets are available in our kitchen only. So kitchen trolleys or some fridge trolley, steel rods you can use for recording purpose. It's very simple and easy way I'm showing you, I'm telling you, because we don't have to purchase big or some expensive gadgets to record our videos. So this can be used, this kind of kitchen rods can be used to hold the mobile. You can put it inside the books and you can have some demo on the paper down and that paper is getting recorded and you just explain that while recording the video. So tabletop recording is one of the famous aspect of teaching online. Here you don't have to show your face, you just have to add your voice, explain everything whatever you are showing. For mathematics purpose, when you are having some illustration with example, you are drawing something, you are drawing a map. For science, if you have some diagram, even for history, geography or languages, if you write something on the board, it just get recorded with help of mobile. So tabletop recording you can use for the online teaching purpose. One of the most wonderful software here it is whiteboard animation. For example, you want to give some animation, you are teaching to smaller children. So for primary and secondary school, this Anime's Animation Maker, this is free software, and Anime's Animation Maker you can use for creating some animations. I will show you how it looks and how you can use it. There is a small video of it. I'm going to play that video, how Anime's actually works. So let us have a demo of Anime's.
Celestial bodies, motion and learning. Enjoy the vast universe. Visit the official site to learn more information.
So just go on animes.com and use this free software. Wonderful animations you can use with help of animes.com. Then we will see a small demo of how to record lecture using Zoom. Now here, why I am showing you all these demos, because only telling the theory and what kind of tools are there, it will not help you at all. So firstly, let us understand that how we have to record the videos. First thing is, we have to come up with the content. We have to prepare our PowerPoint presentations. So first, prepare your PPTs and record your PPTs by giving your voice, or you can show your face. Face and PPT both can be recorded, screen and face, or only screen recording can be done. Zoom is one of the wonderful application which provide facility to have different meetings plus facility to record your lectures. So what you have to do is just go on the zoom.us website, and on Zoom website you can log in by your email ID, and after logging in you will be able to have meetings, different webinars, then you can have recordings, and Zoom provides wonderful feature to record your video. You just need an internet connection when you are recording your Zoom. And second thing is, whenever you record, that recording gets converted into MP4 video directly and in a smaller size. So being a teacher, you will be able to use Zoom as a recording software. So how it works, I will show you the demo of it.
We will see how to do lecture recording in Zoom. I think all of you know how to do a login for zoom.us. What you have to do is just open any URL and go on zoom.us and create your account. It just, you have to fill your basic information about yourself, your email ID, and create your own account. From this account, you can schedule your meetings also, and you can record your lectures. So pre-recorded lectures can be done in Zoom. So Zoom can be used for many purposes. You can have live sessions, you can contact with the students in meetings, and you can have recording of your lectures also. So after logging in, what you have to do is just download the Zoom app from Google. Go on Google and download Zoom app. So this kind of icon will be available on your desktop. So when you click on this, I will show it again. When you click on this icon of Zoom, blue color icon, two options will be there, that is join a meeting or sign in. Now I don't want to join any meeting right now of others. I just want to sign in into my account. So I will type my email ID here. That is my login ID. So after putting my email ID, I will type my password here. Okay. And I will just sign into Zoom account. So after signing in, you will get this kind of screen over here. So in this screen, what you have to do is, you just go on the home, and in home, there will be four options, that is new meeting, join, schedule, and share screen. Now I want to record my lecture for my students. What I will do is, I will go on new meeting. So after going on new meeting, these kind of screen will be available. So if you want to open your video, you can open from here. Right now for demo purpose, I am not using it. What I will do is, I just want to record my lecture. So here on this option, here you can see some options are there. The left hand side is the microphone that you are using right now. Then start a video. If you click on start a video, your face will be visible. Some security options are there. You can see participant over here. Only one participant is there, that is me. Then chat box, share screen, record, and reactions. So here you have to use two options, that is share screen and record. For example, if I am sharing my screen here, it will ask me which screen you want to share. Okay, so I want to open this and I want to click on this PPT, and after clicking on this PPT will be visible to all, and I can explain to my students whatever I want to explain, whichever slides are there in this PPT. So you can see over here, just like we are using PPT, I am using this PPT, and I can explain my students about whatever I want to tell them. So I think you got how to share the screen in this. Before that, here I can stop the screen sharing, but this is option for screen sharing. That means you can use PowerPoint presentation for recording your lecture. Now we will see how to record your lecture. Here is one option down, that is record. You have to click on this, and when you click on record, your voice will automatically get recorded here. And you can see the pause button is there, stop button is there. In between, if I want to pause, I can click on pause button. And if my recording is completed, then I can click on stop recording. So here I will start whatever I just spoken with you all. It got already recorded in Zoom because the record button is enabled. So I'll share screen here, and I will actually record few 2-3 slides for you. So we will come to know how it gets recorded. So my dear friends, today we will discuss about e-education and content development. You can see over here, there are some objectives of this webinar, and we have to play lot many roles, and we have to use so many tools, e-tools for it, and there are many challenges in front of it. So now if my recording is over, so my whole lecture, whatever lecture I want to record, it is recorded. I will, here you can see down, stop share is there. Then if I want to pause share, it is possible to pause. And in more, you can see pause recording, stop recording, disable participants annotation. So many options are there. If I want to stop recording, I can stop here, or I can stop after going on the main screen. I can stop share here, it will get stopped. And on this recording, I will click on stop recording. When I click on stop recording, click on the end meeting button. So end meeting for all. When you end meeting, the recording of your lecture will automatically get saved. This kind of window will appear, and your recording will get saved. We will see how it looks. So it will take few seconds, or if the recording is bigger, that means for 1 hour or half an hour, it will get few minutes to record. So now this is saved, and you can see over here, this kind of screen will be visible. And here, Zoom.0 is my recorded video. So you can see it is a MP4 video automatically. We will see the properties of it. You can see type of file, MP4 file, and it got saved automatically, and size of it is 0.98 MB, means very small size. So you can see, if I want to show this video to my students, I can copy this video from here and I can paste to my pen drive, or I can paste to my Google Classroom, I can paste to my WhatsApp, and I can send to my students. So we will see how it looks when it got recorded. Okay, I'm clicking on the video. Just listen it, what it says. So you can see this kind of video is created. It's very easy, my friends. If you are not familiar with other tools of recording, if you feel afraid of using other advanced tools for recording, Zoom is the best way, because when you want to record anything, it will allow you to share your screen. It will allow you to show some demos on Google also. It will allow you to record your voice plus your face. So when you on your video, your face will be visible on the screen. So this is very much possible in Zoom recording. So it is one of the wonderful tools you can use, and easily we can get MP4 video here. So this is one of the tool for recording the video.
So my dear friends, you must have now understood how to use Zoom for recording a lecture. It's very easy way. Means you just have to go on the Zoom app, download Zoom app. Even in mobile it can be used, and it's very easy to create video with the help of Zoom recording. Now let us go to the next demo. We will see how to record with Loom. I already told you Loom is one of the wonderful application, or it is a wonderful website which provide you to record your lecture. In Loom, the screen recording is possible. Means whatever you are doing on screen, it gets recorded. How we will see? We will see a small demo of it.
Now we will see how to use Loom for your lecture recording. Suppose you want to record your lecture and you want an easy way, whatever you are doing on your screen, it should be get recorded. So Loom is one of the best option. Let us have a look how to use it. Just go on Google, and what you have to do is type Loom, that is L-O-O-M. So after typing Loom, you will get a website of Loom, and on this website, that is www.loom.com, you can see here, get Loom for free, desktop app, screen recorder, pricing, sign in, what is Loom. So you have to click on desktop app. After clicking on desktop app, this Loom will get downloaded. I have already downloaded it, so I will show you how it looks. And here you can see this kind of logo is available of Loom. When I click on this logo, so here you can see this screen is visible, and it's very easy to use, my friends. Here you can see screen plus cam. If you select this, your screen and your face will be visible. Here is one more option, that is screen only and cam only. If you don't want to show screen, if you want to show your face, then use cam only. Here one more option is there, select camera. If you want to select the front camera, you can select. Microphone is also available. So just I'm showing you the demo how to record with Loom.
So here you can see on my screen, Loom is there. I will double click on this Loom icon, and this kind of screen is visible to me. It is asking me screen plus cam, then screen only and cam only. So I can show my face and screen, then I can have only camera recording, and I can use only screen. So when I click on only screen and I click on start recording, my recording will start here. So it is showing me that starting recording. So what you can do is, when you are starting recording, you can select any PPT, you can select any website, whatever you want to show, and it will automatically get recorded whatever you are showing in the recording. And here on the left hand side, you can see one icon is there which shows stop recording. This is a button. You can stop recording by clicking on it, or you can have pause here also. So when you click on this, it will get automatically stop. So, and the video itself, it gets converted into MP4. So this facility is available, my dear friends. So this is one of the wonderful feature of Loom. You can see over here. So now let us have a next demo about how we can use other options. Okay. So Loom, we just have gone through it, and we will see some other demos of. Here you can see how to record with Screencast-O-Matic. You must have seen that like Loom only, we just go on Google, type Screencast-O-Matic, and you can see this option, download it, and whatever you are recording in your screen, it will get recorded. It's very easy and it's very similar to Loom. That's why I'm not showing the demo of it again. One more is PPT voiceover. You just have to create your PPT and give voice to the PPT. How to do that? Let me show you here.
Now we will see how to do PPT voiceover. If you have created any PowerPoint presentation and you want to convert that PowerPoint presentation in MP4 video, it is very much possible in an easy way. You just have to open your PPT and just go on that PowerPoint presentation. I already created one. I'll share with you that. So this is the PPT I have created on artificial intelligence. I'll show you the demo first, and then I will let you know how to go about it. Dear friends, today we will discuss about artificial intelligence and how artificial intelligence is playing important role in our daily life also and in the future of education also. What exactly it is? It is the study of computer systems that attempt to model and apply the intelligence of the human mind. Let me give you one example. Nowadays in our home also we are using Alexa device. And what Alexa does is Alexa identifies the human voice and it replies. That means artificial intelligence is used in the Alexa to identify human voice. Likewise, in robotics also artificial intelligence is involved. So it is a beautiful technology where we can incorporate all these things in education 4.0. A branch of computer science dealing with the simulation of intelligent behavior in computers and the capability of a machine to imitate intelligent. You must have heard about all these words because it is the fourth revolution which is characterized by the. So what you have to do is when you open the PowerPoint presentation, here in the slideshow itself, go on the slideshow and there is one option record slideshow and it will ask you to start from the beginning. So if you are using Windows 10, so this option is visible in slideshow. If you are using any other version of PowerPoint presentation, so you have to insert your voice, insert audio option is here. And if it is not visible, you can add in, go in add-ins and insert a voice. So if you want to put some video in between the PowerPoint presentation, you can insert that video from here. You can insert your audio from here. And if I want to record my PowerPoint presentation, just like I showed you just now, just go in the slideshow and click on record slideshow button. When I record, it will ask me to start from beginning or start from current slide. So I can record from the beginning also, I can record from in between also. And this wonderful facility is available in PowerPoint show. And once you click on record, whatever you are speaking for every slide, it will get recorded and it will show this kind of icon down. You can see an icon of a speaker. So it means that these slides are recorded slides. Some voice is already recorded behind these slides. So once you have done with recording, you just have to stop recording and save this file as save as. Here you can see I'm just saving it in this folder and don't save as PowerPoint presentation. Otherwise, what will happen? The audio will not be audible. Means once you have recorded the audio in your PowerPoint presentation, and if you save it as a PowerPoint presentation, audio will not be audible. So what you have to do is save it as a PowerPoint show or save it as a MPEG-4 video. I always prefer to save it as a MPEG-4 video. So it automatically gets saved in video form. You can upload it on your YouTube. You can upload it in your Google Classroom. You can send it to students. It's very much useful. And if you are using Windows 7, so save it as a PowerPoint show. Here is one option called PowerPoint show and click on save. So this is a wonderful feature of PowerPoint where you can use a PPT voice code. You can use it for your all kinds of lectures.
Now we will see one more demo of how to upload your video on YouTube channel. You just need a Gmail account, create your YouTube channel just in 2 minutes and upload your video, whatever video you have created for your teaching learning purpose. Let us see a small demo of it.
My dear friends, now we will see how to create your own YouTube channel and how to upload your videos. For example, if your school does not have any LMS, that is learning management system, and you have created some videos or e-content for your students and you want to upload it on your YouTube channel and you want to share the YouTube link, what you have to do is just create your YouTube channel. It takes only 2 minutes to create your YouTube channel. Just go on youtube.com. So after clicking on youtube.com, YouTube website will be visible in front of you. What you have to do is on right hand corner, here you can see my login is already there. I will first log out, then I will show how to do it. So YouTube, this kind of screen is available, and what you have to do is just go on the right hand corner of the YouTube, and here sign in option is visible. You can create your own YouTube. Just click on the Gmail account. What you need for this is just you need a Gmail account. If you don't have Gmail account, create that and log in with your Gmail account. So after logging in, it will take you to your page, and on clicking on right hand side, you just have to create YouTube channel. And after creating, this option is not visible in mine now because I already have YouTube channel. Here in right hand side, there is option of create YouTube channel. After creating, it will ask you for your email ID, put your email ID, and you have to go to your channel. If you click on your channel, so your channel, this kind of screen will be visible. Home, trending, subscription, library, history, your videos. And if I want to upload some video, I have already created some videos here. You can see this is my YouTube channel, Dr. Sandhya Kedekar. More than 25 videos I have uploaded, how to use different digital tools and different e-content development tools. Go on YouTube Studio. After going on YouTube Studio, it will ask you to upload some video. For example, if I want to upload some video, what I will do is, just go on YouTube Studio. It is taking some time because of some internet issue, I think. And here, I have already some videos. These videos are visible here. If I click on video, it will take me to all my videos I have already uploaded. And if I want to upload new video, what I have to do is just go on upload video. Here you can see create, go live option is also there. Upload videos. It will take me to the screen, and I have to select the video, whichever video I want to upload. For example, this PPT voiceover video I want to upload here. So it will upload immediately. It will ask me details about the title, then any description I can share here that this is a PPT voiceover. Any other description if I want that this video can be used for how to use PPT for your creation of video, and it will ask me it is made for kids or no. I will click on no because this is not made for kids. So I'll click on next. After clicking on next, it will take me to the next page. See, my video is getting uploaded, 95% is done. And it will ask me save or publish as a private, unlisted or public. Right now for this demo purpose, I am clicking on private because I don't want to make it public. If I want to make it public, it is visible to all. If I make it unlisted, so whoever is having link of my video, that person will be able to visible, and private is only for myself. I will save it, and this video will get uploaded on my YouTube channel. So it is getting processed, 99% is processed. When it's 100% done, your video will be visible. Then what you have to do is, again, go on the YouTube channel. If you have made your YouTube public, go on YouTube and type name of your channel. Okay, so my channel name is Sandhya Kedekar. I am typing it. So after clicking on your channel, you will be visible. You can see all the videos you have uploaded. So these many videos I have uploaded, and you can see any video, and your students will also be able to see the videos. So creating a YouTube channel and uploading a video is that much easy. If you want to see more details, just go on my YouTube channel and see the details. There is one video I have uploaded, how to record your video and upload on YouTube channel. This is a 22 minutes video. So you will get all the details about how to record your video and how to upload it on YouTube. So this kind of facility is available which we can use to develop our content and to upload on our YouTube channel.
So we have seen the demo how to upload your video on YouTube channel. Now we will go ahead. I think all of you are now aware about different apps and how these apps can be effectively used for creating your own videos. Screencast-O-Matic can be used for screen recording, then Presentation Cube, OBS Studio, Zoom, Filmix and Render Forest are again wonderful website which have a different animation, whiteboard animation and creating different videos. So I'll show you one demo of whiteboard maker video. A reference I have taken from Easy Tech Studio. Let us have a small video of how whiteboard maker video work. Five best whiteboard animation software here I am showing you. So Video Scribe is there, where you can actually see here one hand you can make enable and it will show you actually you are writing. So this can be used as a whiteboard marker. Explain Duo is also one of the wonderful tool where you can use like a board itself. If you want to explain something, it will work for you like this. You can add some animation, you can add some talking pictures inside it. And it is one of the wonderful tool for making your video. And some moving pictures are there. Then next is Easy Sketch Pro 3. Easy Sketch Pro 3, all these are free applications, by the way, I'm telling you. You can insert some images, you can insert some text, you can insert some videos. If I want to take some image, I can insert it from here on my screen and I can make it more animated. So Go Animate is there, where there are some pictures. You can choose any picture from the gallery and you can have some conversation. You can put some text in it and you can create a video. Then TTS Sketch Maker is also there. If you want to make any sketch or if you want to write something, you can use it. You just have to select the hand and you can use this as a whiteboard. And you can select the character, whichever character you want. You can put it on the screen and you can give some dialogues to the character and you can create your own video. So very wonderfully Whiteboard Maker works. So use this. Then next we will see what types of videos are there. I will show a small demo of it. There are motion graphic is there, 2D motion graphic with character, 5D animation. There are many types you can see on the screen. But my dear friends, don't be afraid of it. Don't get panic that so many things are there and how I will learn. Whatever suits you, whatever you feel that it's very easy for me, you can use. It is not necessary to use all this. I started from mobile recording and I'm ending with the advanced tools, because those who are techno savvy, these tools will be useful for them. Those who are not techno savvy, they can use just mobile and tabletop recording. So let us have a small demo of it. What kind of or types of videos are there? So my dear friends, we have seen the different apps or videos, demos. Here you can see some edu creations, Glogster, Haiku Deck. I already have showed you. So I'll not go in again detail with all that. So let me tell you one thing, that whatever you want to use for teaching learning purpose, or whatever you feel that this is useful for my students, you have to think of the age group of the students also. So if you are teaching in primary school, you are teaching in secondary or some higher secondary, or you are teaching in college. So first think that what kind of content you are teaching. Then second thing is you have to learn about what kind of tools you are going to use for your online teaching and how you are going to develop your e-content. Because for developing e-content, there are many ways, and the best way is to record your video and put it on your LMS. So first thing what you have to do is just create your e-content. If you want to see this video again and again, this is available on my YouTube channel. Just go on youtube.com and type Sandhya Khedekar. This video will be visible to you. If you have any queries, question, you can put it in chat box. You can ask me questions anytime, even afterwards also in the chat box. And let us have some question answers. And thank you each one of you for making a difference in life of students. And take this as a challenge. We, being a teacher or teacher educator, we have to make difference in life of students. And though they are not in classroom situation, we are away from them, still we can make difference, and only teacher can do it. Thank you so much, my dear friends, and your questions are welcome.